Hey Book Dragons, welcome back. It's time for a book haul. Coming up next. So the last book haul I did was actually a Kindle book haul. Actually, it's been a minute since I've done an actual physical book haul. My last two book hauls were Kindle book hauls. So this is pretty exciting. And there's not a whole lot. I buy a lot of books on Kindle now, but I still do buy some physical books, and one was actually given to me, so I'll talk about that a little bit more as well. If you don't mind, take a few minutes, look right here on the screen at this little thing that just popped up. Make sure you take care of those for me. That would be spectacular. Let's get right to this book haul, okay? The first book in this haul is Peace and Turmoil by Elliot Brooks. I've been really excited to get my hands on a copy of this book. I've been following Elliot's channel for a while now. She's one of my favorite booktubers, and I've been wanting to pick up this book for a long time. And she and I are close friends. We live in the same city, and we've gotten to hang out on a few occasions. And last time I met up with her and her husband at the local used bookstore, I had asked her, hey, I'd like to buy a copy of your book, finally, since I have the means to do so. And she was kind enough to give me a advanced reader copy. She had a bunch still on hand, so I'm very excited about this. The cover artwork is spectacular. Jay from Captured in Words did the artwork for her book, and it's really, really beautiful, and I don't know a whole lot about it. I haven't read the premise yet. I just kind of want to dive into it and be surprised. But I love supporting other authors, and I love supporting my friends. So hopefully I will be able to get to this in the near future, and who knows, maybe I can even talk Elliot into coming on and doing an author interview. We'll see. That would be kind of cool. But I definitely am excited to read her book. The next book in my very short book haul is The Watercourse Way by Alan Watts. Alan Watts is one of my favorite modern philosophers and speakers, and he just had a brilliant mind, and this, I believe, was the last book he wrote, and it's focused on the Tao Te Ching, which you may have heard me talk about. I love Taoist philosophy and reading books on the Tao, so I am very excited to read this. I have listened to The Way of Zen on audiobook by Alan Watts, just another fantastic, brilliant book. And this is not on audio or in ebook format, so I could only get it in print format, which I'm fine with. It's a thin book, it doesn't take up that much space, and I'm very excited to read that one. The next book in this haul is Dune. Now, I already have Dune, and I've already read Dune. I am planning on doing a reread of it at some point this year in preparation for the movie. But I kind of went back and forth. There's a really expensive illustrated edition from the Folio Society. And it's like $150. It's really, really fancy and beautiful. But I got to thinking, do I really need that? I just wanted a nice looking illustrated hardcover edition. And this is just gorgeous. I mean, you can see Paul Atreides with his deep blue eyes on the front cover. You got the look. I mean, look at the edges of the pages, and I mean, just look at that burst of color. It's just gorgeous, and the inside cover is magnificent. So I'm just really excited. I mean, there's your sandworm. I'm just really excited to get to this and read it in this edition. So I finally got a copy of that. I do have another copy of Dune mass market paperback, but I will eventually probably be either gifting that one or unhauling it at some point, because I only need one copy, and I've got this beautiful edition here. And the final book, or books in my book haul, I should say, and you'll find out why in a minute, is a very, very heavy piece. So I'm probably not going to hold it up for very long, but I will hold it up long enough for you to see the box set, and then we'll kind of look at the books individually. But I'm very excited. I have been wanting to get my hands on a beautiful hardcover edition with illustrations of this book for the longest time, and that is, oh goodness night, that is the Lord of the Rings trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien. It is illustrated by the brilliant hand of Alan Lee. So you can see the Return of the King there. You've got this beautiful artwork on the back and on the front cover too. I mean, just a spectacular design. It is got a beautiful full color map in there, and you know, there's different pictures laden throughout the book. And I realized after I picked this set up that it matches my copy of the Silmarillion, which I'm really excited about because they're kind of all uniform now, with the exception of The Hobbit. I have a different illustrated edition of The Hobbit, but so these I'm very proud of. So there you've got Return of the King, and then of course the Two Towers, a brilliant dark piece of the tower right there on the front, and artwork on the back there, and you've got more maps, of course, in the front cover. Oh, I guess, let me see if I can help you see that there. And you know, I wanted something that I could read the books individually and have a hardcover edition as well. Some beautiful artwork there, and it's just, I mean, if I was to get a 1-volume hardcover illustrated edition of Lord of the Rings, an Oliphant. If I was to get a 1-volume edition that was illustrated, that would be a huge, big, chunky beast that I don't think I could hold comfortably while I'm reading. These are a little bit more doable, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. So that's the Two Towers, and of course, Fellowship of the Ring, right there on the front, and of course on the back. So that's, and you've got the map on the front cover there, and so yeah, and as you can see, I'm about to lose the whole kit and caboodle because they are heavy as all get out, or as you know, as some might say, heavy AF. And they really are. They are heavy, and I'm going to put them back. But I am going to talk briefly just a little bit more about them. One thing that I was really looking for in a box set of the hardcover Lord of the Rings was the appendices. I wanted to make sure that whatever set I got has the appendices in it, and not a minimal appendices. I wanted the whole kit and caboodle with the different charts of Elven and Dwarfish and the language of the Uruk-hai and things like that. I wanted that full appendix with everything, and talks about some of the post-history after Lord of the Rings. It talks about, you know, the fate of Aragorn and things like that. So that was in my original paperback edition of Lord of the Rings, and I wanted to make sure that if I was going to replace that, I wanted to make sure that whatever editions I got had that appendices in it, and I'm very happy to report that this huge beast here does, in fact, have the appendices. So that is my book haul. That is it, folks. Done. I know that was short, but hey, it's a physical book haul, and I don't do many of those anymore. I've still got a few physical books on my wish list that I'm hoping to get a hold of. But in the meantime, I buy a lot of my stuff on Kindle. So let me know what you thought in the comments below. Do you have any of these books? Maybe you have these exact same editions of Lord of the Rings or some of the others. Have you read Eliot's book, Peace and Turmoil? I'd love to get your thoughts on it. I'm pretty excited to read it. And of course, The Watercourse Way and Dune. This is just a really, really spectacular haul, and I'm really excited that I was able to do it. So, stay tuned for future videos. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and I will be seeing you in the near future. Make sure you're reading more books. Have I covered all the bases? I think I have. Take care, guys. Bye.